All right. Good morning. Good morning. Let me put this stream. Let's put it over right here. had to uh had to move my camera from center to over top of right here. Just because I got some new furniture over there, and when I have company over, if they're hanging out, they won't be in the live stream directly behind me. So, all right. Well, good morning and welcome to the pre-bell breakdown, episode number 8. Let's make sure, first and foremost, that the live stream's actually working right now. Looks like we are live on X. Let's see. Looks like we are. Yup. Let's go check our YouTube channel, see if that is working as well. Dun, dun, dun. Yup. Let's go check our YouTube channel. All right, and YouTube live stream is working as well. Looks like we're good across both sides. So let's have a great morning. Let's just have a great day overall of trading. I'm gonna cover a few things here. Someone said, do you plan on keeping your NVIDIA shares or sell them? I'm not sure they will ever go back to a cheap price. I got them before. And that's because I was just talking about NVIDIA in the Discord this morning. So I bought NVIDIA in the 90s. So not like the 1990s. I was born in the 1990s. I was born in 95. So no, 90s as in stock price. So, and I made the comment earlier, I was like, I'm up 98% right now on this, on the shares, on this equities trade in my long-term account. And I was like, I'm just waiting to get the 100% screenshot on NVIDIA. No, I'm gonna keep my NVIDIA equity. Can I cover and sell a few of my shares? Absolutely. I mean, if I got, hypothetically speaking, if I got, $10,000 of NVIDIA shares, and I'm going to be up 100% later on today, right? NVIDIA goes, I think my cost basis is 96. I think it's 96 or 98, because I know I averaged up after it dipped back down, then it ripped back above 100. I bought even more. It's 96 or 98. So once it's up 100%, so let's just say I had $10,000 worth of these shares, and now my position is up 100%, which means that I'm up, another $10,000. Now I turned $10,000 into $20,000. I mean, what I could do is sell half of that entire position and get my money back. Meaning, I put 10 grand in, and now I'm up 10 grand. I can take majority of that money out, and just let the rest ride. I can cover just a few. I mean, it really just comes up for me. It's just like AMD. It's just like Rivian. A few of these other names like SoFi. I bought SoFi at $12.90. I believe is my cost basis, and SoFi, that position, Jesus, is up. Actually, go pull it up on the broker real quick. Let's go see how much I'm up on SoFi. So my cost basis on SoFi is $12.90. SoFi recently went to like 28, 29 bucks. It's at 28 right now with the 28.84. I'm not sure if you guys can see. It'll show it, but that's 117% right there. There you go. Right? So I'm up 117% on SoFi. And I did start covering some when I was up around 75% to 100%. I did sell some of that position. I still own some of that position as well to go longer. So I'll probably do the same thing with NVIDIA. So let's say I have 100 shares, maybe I sell 25, maybe I sell a quarter, and I still have 3 quarters left, and I'm up, 100%. Just let that sit for another year or two to see where Nvidia's at, right? I'm not going to sell the whole position just because I'm up 100% on equity. And it's a newer position for me as well because I just bought it on the April dip. So, but I wouldn't mind covering some. Shut the fuck up, TK Alive. Good morning. Maybe your volume up. Let's fucking go. I can turn it up. Let's see. See if that helps a little bit. See if that helps. All right, let's start with SPY. SPY is above the zone. So yesterday went right above it, hit previous day high, came back down, went above it, hit previous day high, came back down, went above it, hit previous day high, came back down, and then had the run right after hours to rip higher. Came back down, hit it again right here, actually twice, and now we're back above it again. So I'm gonna move this down to here. Move that up to there. Move this to here. And then move this to here. So 3 zones that I will have on SPY going into the day is going to be 673.6 up to 674. That's going to be my resistance, my supply zone area. My mid zone is now going to be the previous zone, which is going to take it from 670, 270 down to 672. My support will start back down here, just around the 670 to 669.3 area. I believe there is a small gap to fill just underneath that area, just underneath that 670 cycle level. So I'm going to cover these 3 zones right here. As of right now, it's showing that it's in a squeeze on the 15 and 30 minute. So SPY broke structure here, reclaimed it, bounced, and then, it's just continuing that right now. So that looks fantastic. Squeeze as of right now on the 15 minute is moving to the upside. So we're looking at this indicator right here. All right. You see the red dots, 2 red dots right here, moving upside, just flip from yellow to green, very bullish sign. Also, if you look at the MACD on the 15 minute as well, is now flipping bullish and going green as well. So that is looking very good for SPY here on the 15-minute chart. 30-minute looking good. 30-minute looking good as well. So I really do like this chart on SPY. Just continue to grind higher, honestly, and just continue to make all-time highs just over and over again until the market decides, it wants to pull back a little bit, retest some daily and weekly moving averages again, and then, bounce and just continue to go to all-time highs after that. But market as of right now is very, very strong, not trying to dip at all. Just continuing to hold key levels on larger time frames. Buyers step back in, they push it back up, they reclaim, you go to a new high later on, and just repeating that process over and over again as of right now. So very, very strong on SPY and QQQ going into the day as of right now. Those are the 3 zones I would watch. Overall, these are the levels that I have that I would keep on watch as well, that go from 674 down to close to that 670 cycle level. So I would watch all of these areas right here. You do have a little bit of a spot around like 671, but nothing that's really too significant. So these would just be the key levels right here, all the red lines that you see running horizontally, and then also the yellow right there that I'm going to be watching on SPY. QQQ is also in a squeeze on the 15-minute. Q's kind of looks like a little like a bear flag here, but you can hit this trend line as of right now. Q's 15-minute squeeze is orange as of right now, and has not turned red, and it has not flipped light blue to go bullish just yet, but it is moving to the upside. Let me check. It's almost up in the yellow zone up here as well for SPY. Yeah, I really like this zone that's right here. And then let me turn on real quick here. All right, so now this is looking, that's looking good. Equilibrium is literally right there. So let me mark out all of these areas here for QQQ. So these are the areas on QQQ going into the day that I would watch that go from 609 to 613. So you have 609, 610, 610.6, 611.75, and then 612.25 up to 613. So this area right up here from 612.25, 613 is going to be your potential resistance and supply zone that is up there. If it breaks and bases above 613, just continue to go to new all-time highs after that. It is in this little, it automatically drew those two lines. You'll see the red up top and then the green right here for this little wedge. Kind of lines up similar to that trend line that I drew on the 15-minute chart right there. So if you get a break of structure right here, you could just get that move straight down to 610.60. See if buyers step in, hold that support right here. Did a beautiful SR flip in the previous session where they got smacked right here. And then bulls quickly ran through that, pull back up, retested EMAs, and then it gets the move higher up to the next spots, right? So if it does break structure here, I would expect to move down to here, and then I would look to see if we get a bounce that pushes it back up. By that point, maybe you start getting a little bit of a lower high at some point, and then see if it reclaims, goes back up. Would really have to break 611.75 and above this little equilibrium zone that you see right there above it. If you get a break and base above that, it looks good to go test that zone above from pre-market on QQQ. So if we can hold here, get the break and base above that, essentially that's what I would look for a long on QQQ. If it can break and base above this equilibrium in the 611.75. Breaks the structure right here from this trend line that it's currently formed in pre-market. I would look for the straight flush to 610.60. That'd be a first target downside. And then see if buyers step in. You can play a little bounce, play back up here. If it breaks that, then it's going to go down to the next zone cycle level around 610. So that is what I would watch on QQQ right here going into the day. So with that being said, where's Tilray? Is it above $2? I got $2 calls. Call those out on Tuesday. They are in the money. So cheers to Tilray. $2 calls for November. In the money here. Stocks up like what, 16%, something like that. Yeah, just over 16.5% up here. So looking good. I believe Pepsi also had their earnings. I believe it was flat. Had a wild freaking start right here, and then just ripped up, came back down, pushing back up a little bit at yesterday's opening price. There's nothing significant there. And then last but not least, I think it was DAL. Delta looking absolutely fantastic here. If I had to take a guess, Delta was probably up, what, like 5 or 6%? So closer to 7%. Looking nice. So now go look at your sympathy plays. Go look at your American Airlines. Also huge ripper right there as well. So airlines looking very, very strong. Some of the Discord King faces, what's up, brother? Non-energy minerals looking good. FCX. So everyone knows that I've been in FCX calls for January for quite some time. These calls are in the money. And I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better freaking entry and swing trade for these January calls. So it is now going for the gap fill, which will take it to 45. Let me actually go ahead and put that on there. So I only have an out majority of the FCX call swing. So appreciate you. FCX, disregard that the last half of that sentence is in all caps. So been in the FCXs for a little bit of time and called those ones out live on Spaces as well with the Wolf Trading Crew. Whenever we saw the flow that was coming in, I took a look at the chart and I was like, chart looks like shit and it's finding support. I mean, you kind of keep it as simple as that. When charts look like shit and you see buyers step in and holding key areas of support, I mean, risk to reward, great to look for the long, right? So go long, stop if it closes underneath of it down here. Target upside to go back up into the gap, $42. Already at a 1 to 3 risk to reward, and now it's pushing for the full gap fill that's up there as well. So essentially, that's the reason why I took the January calls, because it needed more time to play out. I am 100% okay with it playing out sooner rather than later. And this was absolutely incredible. So let me actually get a screenshot of this bad boy. And we can do the updated for the chart later. So it is looking fantastic. Let's go take a look at our IWMs. Looked at SPY and Qs. Got to always look at IWM as well. IWM not in a squeeze on the 15 and 30 minute, looking a little bear flaggy-ish. Beautiful Morningstar reversal right here, right off the equilibrium zone. It looks like it's getting some resistance all right up here every time. And then it's finding its support right there in the equilibrium zone right there every time. So now let's drop it back down to a 5. Close up 100%, maybe up another 100%. Got runners are running. So on the 5-minute equilibrium zone is perfect right in the middle of this freaking chart. So for IWM, this is going to be your resistance, your supply zone right up here. Your midpoint couldn't be any more perfect. Midpoint 50% right here. And then you have your support, which would be your demand zone. So those 3 areas on IWM, I'll just go ahead and mark with levels. That way they pop up on the screen with numbers for you guys on the chart. So give or take, the midpoint is going to be around 246.35, 246.50, that little few cent area. Resistance up above 246.9 up to 247.2 area, just using kind of rounding up, and 246 down to that 245.7 area right here of support. It's also kind of drawing in this little trend line here. Right there. So for IWM, looks like it's about to break it to the downside. If it breaks here, then look to get the move down. Once it starts to reject, seller step back in, take it down to here, or can just straight flush to it. Always like to do break and retest for confirmation. And then if it holds, get the push back above, probably get slapped right up there at that pre-market high area, pull back down, put in the higher low, and then go push up here to that next target zone right here. So IWM is actually coming very close to decision time right here. Back testing right there at the freaking midpoint, right at equilibrium. So it's either going to break and close underneath this, see a retest, see confirmation, seller stepping in, do the SR flip, and then take it down to the next zone. Or again, if it can break above like 246.6 area and get continuation, or if it rejects, pulls back down, puts in the another higher low area right here, and then push up. So two different ways, bullish and bearish little thesis right there. As of right now, that candle hit and closed directly above it. Next candle just started as of right now. Is red moving to the downside. Right to VWAP on the 5-minute chart. So be very, very interesting. Last two things I want to look at as well. NVIDIA, again, just absolutely looking incredible. So NVIDIA is looking great. Absolutely fantastic. This is what we like to see. You want to see good trends of higher highs and higher lows and just get that continuation up. So NVIDIA looking fantastic. AMD in some calls. Took them yet, and look, it's right here on the chart. Took calls yesterday on AMD right here. Got the nice run up. Had a really nice run up into close. Went even higher. Pulled back down. Did the SR flip around 235, it seems. Right there. And now it's currently sitting at 237. So NVIDIA and AMD both looking very strong. Absolutely love these names. So that SPY, QQQ, IWM, Tilray, FCX, NVIDIA, AMD. Those are kind of the main ones that I just wanted to cover and talk about here this morning. Obviously, SPY, Qs, and IWM for going into this morning's session, seeing where things are lining up. But just after hours moves, Tilray, the big one for me, and then FCX, AMD, and NVIDIA. Those are looking absolutely fantastic. ARM, I believe, had a really, really nice move. I sent out the chart last night. The updated chart had a really, really big move into the close, pulling back a little bit, sitting right at 165. But overall, chart is looking fantastic. It does have some resistance up here. If you just zoom out and look left, you can highlight this area that's right here. If you mark that level there, drop it down to the 5-minute. Oh, look at that. That couldn't have been more perfect. That couldn't have been more perfect. So what is that from? February. So that is February, Thursday, the 13th, and February, Friday the 14th. That's where ARM actually double topped at. It hit it again on Monday, June 30th. And that's that level that's right up there near 168.4. That's exactly where that run up into the close hit there. And then where it started to get this rejection right here for the move downside. So if you don't have 168.4 marked on your chart for ARM and you're trading it, you're doing yourself a disservice. That is 100% a key spot of resistance and a target upside if you are long. So if you were long ARM into the close yesterday, hopefully you were able to lock some in because what did it go to? 168.47. I mean, it was absolutely a huge run up right there. So hopefully some people locked in some gains. But we're coming into the end right here at 9:15. Got to jump over to the premium Discord live stream here in a second. Which squeeze indicator to use on TV? It is TTM Squeeze Pro by Beardy Fred. Pull it up right here. All right. So it's a free indicator. Type in TTM Squeeze Pro under your community for looking up indicators. TradingView, and this is the guy right here. You know what? I should follow him anyways. And that's Beardy Fred. Beardy Fred has quite a few indicators. This is the main TTM Squeeze indicator that I use, TTM Squeeze Pro. He also has another indicator. If you look in the top right corner of my screen, you see how it says SQZ in very small letters right there. And you see where it says 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, and 30. That's how I know that this stock is in a squeeze on the 15 minute, because it highlights that time frame box red. So instead of me putting the TTM squeeze indicator on, right, and being right here on the 5 minute and be like, okay, it's not in a squeeze on the 5 minute, click to the 10. Okay, it's in a squeeze on the 10. Click to the 15 minute, it's also a squeeze on the 15. All right, let's go to the 1 hour, not in a squeeze on the 1 hour. Instead of me doing that over and over again, whatever chart I trade on and like to watch majority of the time, if I just look up right here, it'll tell me which one it's in a squeeze and highlights it red. So that is that one is also by Beardy Fred. It is called Multi Time Frame TTM Squeeze Pro, and you just put that little box right up there on the top of your screen. Again, that is by Beardy Fred, and then you use the TTM Squeeze Pro on the sub chart down. Which will put that down here. So those are the main two that I use. Same guy created both of them. So absolutely fantastic. And I don't mess with any of the settings in these. I leave it just like it is. So the WAP.com is blocking. Oh, is it? What? Oh yeah, right there. How do I freaking hold on? I don't really mess with it too much. Here. There we go. Kind of shows it a little bit. Can I make it a little bit smaller? There you go. Shouldn't. Here. Can I make it even a little bit smaller? There we go. Put it somewhere near the middle. There you go. There you go. That should work. All right. Well, that's it for me, guys. Fucking goofball. What's up? Meta looks bullish. So Meta recently was a great short, and then it was a great spot for a long. After it filled the gap and it went down to target, I pulled up on the daily, and it'll be very easy to see. I mean, you can probably already see what I'm about to tell you. So look over here, left side of Meta. If you're trading Meta or watching Meta, you should have had that gap right there on the chart, right? Meta came down here, so you can get rid of that right there. Drag that over, came back down, knifed into it, almost filled the gap, did not, bounce back up, and then it ended up filling the gap. But not only did it fill the gap, zoom out, look left, look right here, right? Support bounce, rocket launcher straight off of that. So if you were to take that spot, move it right over here, look at that. So if you're looking to long Meta, I believe this happened on live stream with the Wolf Trading Crew. We were actually talking about it because it was a great short to the downside. And when it swept down and broke under 690, I think it was 693, maybe Knox was talking about, and then going down to the 690 psych level area, was a great spot to look for longs. And it retraced it, and it was absolutely beautiful. Look at that. You can clear as day. Look right there. That's the day we were talking about it. Came straight down. So here's the short playing out. Played downside, bounced right here, went back up, knifed back down, came back, and then boom. Filled the gap, knifed straight back down, hit target. It was almost instantaneous, just like that. And then that's when we were talking about it on live stream. They instantly bought that thing back up. That was the great freaking spot right here. Risk to reward to look for longs, and then Meta actually retraced it and made a new high of day, and went to a pre-market high area and then consolidated sideways. And then look, came back down, held right here, went up a little bit, came back down, held the same spot again, and now we're cruising back up here. So for Meta, that overall zone 708 is where it keeps holding. If you want continuation, 721. So the move to the downside played out, and then the bounce to go back to the upside is already playing out. But if you're looking for continuation, you want to see over that 721. So if you go here onto this chart for Meta, you'll see all the lower highs, these lower lows, all right there. Boom. Right? This is absolutely fantastic. So you'd want to see the break above 721, the pullback retest, buyer step in, launch to 730, 732. Right? That, in a perfect world, that's what you would want to see right there. So Meta looking very, very nice here. Let me get the overall screenshot on a 4-hour real quick. And then drop it back down to the hourly to show that trend line right there. And now we're breaking structure above it, looking great. So yeah, I mean, I think Meta was an even better long down here, but it does look good breaking the structure right here, and now it's trying to push upside. So again, just over 721, I think you're solid. It's also going to squeeze on the 15 and 30 minute time frame, so it could be setting up for a big candle to come in. And obviously, if you're looking to be bullish on Meta, you would want that squeeze to fire upside. So we go ahead and post these over here. Also post them over here as well. But all right, jumping off the stream here. Appreciate everyone who tuned in to the pre-bell breakdown episode 8. If you're watching this on X right now, please do like and repost the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. People can always watch this for educational purposes later on, as it is going to be recorded onto my X profile. It's also going to be recorded and saved onto the YouTube channel. So 1,600 people. I appreciate all 1,600 people who tuned into the live stream here this morning. I hope you all have a great day. For the premium Discord team, I'm going to transition here in about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to go get a refill on some coffee real quick and then go say bye-bye to the kids while Daddy comes to work for a few hours. So I'm going to get the live stream moved over to the premium Discord side for the live trading session for the day. We are on fucking fire right now. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We're on fucking fire right now. As of yesterday, 3 days back to back, 4-figure days, looking, I mean, just absolutely looking fantastic. Runners are still running on multiple swing positions for November and January. I mean, your FCX, your TTDs, the the PayPals, my CELHs, my UNH, and currently in DKNG yesterday off the lows, and DKNG is looking absolutely fantastic. I mean, and TGT off of 89.3. It's back over near 91 area. Still waiting for a larger move on TGT, but I was able to lock in some gains yesterday for the call swing as I had that really nice push up closer to 91. Was able to get that trim around like 1140 in the morning. So the banks yesterday had a good sell off for Wells Fargo to come back green on that trade, and the Bank of America $50 puts went in the money. And then obviously AMD calls went, I think 200%, absolutely ridiculous And Tilray was just a little extra fun icing on the cake. So, long story short, I don't know. We've been fucking killing it in Premium Discord. I sent out a post yesterday. My large account's up almost 50% in the last 3 months with all this, with the swing trading that I've been doing and just buying more time and giving myself just less stress on letting the trade just work out, giving it more time. I do still day trade and I hit these scalps intraday here and there on all these other names. Like AMD yesterday was a day trade that turned into a swing trade. I locked in majority of my gains for a day trade, but I did swing some for a swing trade as well. Those are the best ones. When your day trade goes plus 100%, you can swing runners for fun. They go 200%. I mean, those are the best. So if you want to come hang out, Premium Discord, go to my profile on X. Just hit the big block that says Casey Trades Premium Discord. It'll take you there. Got a link tree thing in my bio. You can click that. Click one of the tabs that shows all my social media accounts. The link to my Discord, the link to my store, which is that link that's right up there, the wap.com/Casey Trades. And you can get a 7-day free trial. Come hang out, watch me live stream, live trading for thousands of people every single day. It's not just me, it's myself, and I have multiple other alert analysts for day trade, swing trading, options, and futures trading. And we absolutely freaking crush it. We have a great time singing, joking around, looking at charts and trading, making money, and learning every single day together. So it's $69 a month. It's that way for a reason. It's just a funny number, I guess, to make it $69 a month. But you can use code KCT50, KCT50, and it discounts it down from $69 to $50 a month forever. Every single month, it'll discount it down to $50. So come hang out with about 8,700 something people in this Discord. And just have a great time and make money in the stock market with a great community. I mean, that's what this is all about. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump over to the Premium Discord for live trading for the live stream. Everyone else have a great rest of your day. I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for the stream, brother. Appreciate you. Hank and Nader, appreciate you. Congrats, buddy. Appreciate all of you guys. Again, I hope you have a great freaking trading day. Tomorrow's Friday. Fridays are just for fun. I'm probably going to do the live stream with Wolf all tomorrow as well on the YouTube channel, and X all day long or all morning with them. So love you all, and I'll catch you